Coach Wheeler, what is the number one thing couples must not do in order to have a great relationships?
The number one thing
Yes.
couples must not do to have a
Yes.
great relationship. I don't think you could really pick one thing, but in choice theory we have the 7 disconnecting habits and the 7 connecting habits, and these are a list of things that you shouldn't do for a bad relationship or to have a really good relationship, the opposites. So in the disconnecting habits, among some of them is nagging, complaining, blaming, bribing, rewarding bad behaviour to get what you want, and they can be disconnecting habits, among arguing and criticising, those sort of things, because what they do is they diminish your connection for each other and they go against your principles, human needs and values. So if you're in a loving relationship, what you should do is the connecting habits, when you should negotiate, talk, compromise, understand, learn, do those things that build the relationship, and instead of rewarding for bad behaviour, is you leave it up to the other person to do the right thing. You trust that they would do the right thing, and that builds a more stronger foundation for a good relationship. So there's not really one thing that you shouldn't do, it's a mix of all those things. The disconnecting habits, which when you criticise someone, it's going to make you feel like, oh, I can't do anything right, you're going to feel like that. Or if you blame someone or nag them or moan at them, both ways, and also the connecting habits, talking, understanding, compromising, negotiating, sitting down. And one good thing I think couples should do is you should have once a week is sit down with your other half and say, let's have an open discussion with no judgment, no criticism, no sort of blaming later on, and sit there and talk about something that might be on your mind, because there might be something you want to discuss or something you feel you want to get off your chest, and have an open conversation where you sit down and say, okay, listen, I want to bring this up, something's been bothering me, it's really important to me, I think it's really important for us, and I want you to understand how I feel. And you sit down and you talk that through, but you talk in a calm manner. Don't leave it till you have an argument, don't leave it till they've pissed you off and you think you're going to come at them and then say, and another thing, the other day when you did that, and it comes out in the wrong moment. But sit down once a week and have it as a regular thing. Some weeks you might not have anything to talk about, and you sit there and say, well, our relationship's pretty good, I'm really happy, I feel content, everything's wonderful, and that's great. But if there's something that's niggling you, do it in a calm, quiet manner, when you're not in the middle of an argument, you're not under pressure, you've had a nice week, and it's like, can we sit down and just once a week have a little talk? And you put yourself on the table, you lay out those things that you want to talk about, and you get it out without judgment. There's no judgment in this, so you must be open both ways. You can't then turn it around and say, well, I didn't know you felt like this, and start using things to criticise the other person. So that is what I would say, is have a good set of foundations and rules for yourself, you and your loved one, that'll work for your relationship. Yeah, those are my tips for a good foundation. That's one of the starting points for a great relationship. There's many others, but that's the one I'll give you today. So I hope that helps.